So in this Cisco Packet Tracer, in bottom side and bottom left side, you can see all the available devices. Like on first number, that is router. On second number, that is switch. Then hub. Then wireless devices. Connections means cables is there. And end devices means PC, laptop, server available here. Security devices is there. WAN emulation, custom made devices, multi-user connection. So we have all the networking devices available. So suppose if we want to create the network, so what we have to need? Firstly, we have to need the PC. So we will click on this end devices. Click on end devices and then click on your PC. Then take that PC. One, two, three, four. The four PC I selected. After that, we have to need one multi-port device. So multi-port device which we are using nowadays. So that is switch. So we have to need one switch. So click on this switch. Then we have multiple switch available here. So we will select the latest switch, that is 2950 port in this series. So select that and click on upside. So now switch is also selected. Now we have to need the cable to connect. So click on connections. Here we have cable available. When you will move your cursor on any cable, then you can see the name of that cable also. Suppose this cable is copper straight through, the next cable is copper crossover, next cable is fiber, next cable is phone, next is coaxial. So we can see the cable. So now my question is, can anyone tell me which cable we have to need to attach this PC with this switch?
Straight through.
Straight through, right. Actually, as we discussed in last class, so straight through is for dissimilar devices. Dissimilar means if you want to connect PC with switch or switch with router, means if you want to connect two dissimilar devices, so that time we have to use copper straight through. If you want to connect similar device, like suppose if you want to connect PC with PC or switch with switch or router with router. So in that case, we have to use crossover. So here we have dissimilar devices. PC and switch are dissimilar. So we have to use copper straight through. So here this is the copper straight through. Click on that. Then click on your PC. So in PC we have two port available. First is RS232. Second is fast Ethernet. So fast Ethernet means what? Fast Ethernet means your network port. That is your RJ45 port. So you have to need this port. So click on fast Ethernet. Right? Click on that. Click on switch. When you will click on switch, so in switch we have 24 port available. One is console. We will also discuss about the console. But for now, we are creating the network. So when you will create the network, that time we have to need fast Ethernet port. Click on any fast Ethernet port. But I am suggested that just click by sequence. Like firstly, I will click on this first port. Then I will click on second port. So select second PC, fast Ethernet, click on switch, then fast Ethernet 0/2. Click on again straight through, click on PC, fast Ethernet, then click on fast Ethernet 03, then again click on that, then click on PC, fast Ethernet, then click on that and fast Ethernet 04. So now my all PC is connected in a network. Right. Next thing is what we have to do when we will create the network. Next thing is we have to use the IP address by which we will send the data. Right? Because in this topology which we created in this Cisco Packet Tracer, there is not any DHCP server available. So that means we have to assign the IP address manually. So click on your PC, then OK, click on desktop and click on IP configuration. Right here, automatically the static is selected. So fill the IP address. So I will fill this 192.168.10.1. Click on subnet mask. Automatically it will take the subnet mask. Now, what will be the default gateway in this condition? Can anyone tell me? Actually, what will happen? Only in that condition when you have the entry or exit point of your network. That time you have to fill this default gateway. But if you will see in this topology, so we don't have any entry or exit point of the network. Means we don't have any router available or we don't have any other like firewall available. We don't have any device which is used to connect with any different network. We have only single network. So we don't have any exit or entry point. So that time we will not fill any gateway there. We don't have to need any gateway. Or in simple word, we can say if router is available in your topology, only that condition you have to fill this gateway. Otherwise, no need to fill any gateway. Right? Got it? Now, so no need to fill gateway here because we don't have any router available. So close it. Then click on second PC, desktop, IP configuration, type IP address again here 10.2. Close it. Click on desktop IP configuration 192.168.10.3 and subnet mask. And when you will click on this close button, automatically it will save. No need to save from anywhere. Click on fourth PC and type 192.168.10.4 and subnet mask is automatically saved. Now close it. So now all PCs connected with each other and IP address is also assigned. If I will try to ping, if I will try to check the connectivity with each other, so I will go to on PC. I am on my first PC and I will click on command path. Right, so here you can see everything is similar like real condition. Every option you get here. So type ping space and the IP address of any other system. 168. My current system, my first system IP is 192.168.10.1. Second system IP is 10.2. So I will type 10.2. So I'm checking connectivity with second PC. Enter. So here you can see reply from the second PC. Means I am successfully connected with second PC. If I will check with third PC 10.3, that is also working. If I will check with fourth PC, so it also working. And that means successfully I created one network. This is how we can create the network in real condition also. In real condition, what will happen? Means if you want to create the lab or if you want to create the network, so then in that condition you have to need some PC. Then you have to need one multi-port like switch. Then you have to need the cable. Just connect the cable. Then assign the IP address on every system, and then you will be able to ping with each other, or you will be able to share the resources. That is how we can simply create the network. Now again, see my screen, everyone. Next thing is we created this topology. Now suppose if you want to manage your switch, as we discussed, we have two types of switch available: manageable switch and unmanageable switch. If you want to manage the switch, if you want to configure anything on the switch, or if you want to work on Cisco iOS CLI, so for that, first thing is we have to take the remote of this Cisco switch, because in real case, if you ever seen the switch, so in switch we don't have any display, we don't have any keyboard, we don't have any mouse available. And if you want to configure that, so for that we have to need the display, right? So how we can take the display? So that is the remote. So how we can take the remote of that switch? So for that we have to need one PC also. So just take the PC. So click on end devices and from here I will take one PC and connect it. I want to take the remote. So for that one cable is available in the market, that is console cable. The name of that cable is console cable, and that console cable is also known as rollover cable. And in console cable, one side is serial port and one side is RJ45 port. If I will show you here, just not rollover cable. So here you can see this is rollover cable. Right? If you want to ever configure your switch or your router, so that time firstly you have to need this cable. In this cable, you can see one side is RJ45 port and one side is serial port. This serial port you have to connect in your PC side, means you have to connect the serial port in your PC, and that RJ45 you have to connect in your switch or router to take the display. So the same thing is there. Here we have to need the console cable. So on second number that is available, that is console cable. This time you have to select this cable, then click on PC. In PC, we have two ports. As we discussed, if you want to create that topology, if you want to create the network, so that time we have to select the fast Ethernet port. But this time I want to take the remote. I don't want to create the topology or I don't want to create the network. So that means this time we have to need serial port as we seen in the cable also. So we have to need serial port. So here you can see the first one, RS. RS means registered serial. So we have to click on this RS 232. Then click on switch. In switch we have this console port, right? Console port. In real case also you will find one port like RJ45, but in bottom side you can see the name of that port, that is console port. Click on that console port now. So now it is connected. Now I will click on this PC, and to take the display click on desktop, then click on terminal, then OK and enter. So here you can see this is the display of switch, right? And it is totally based on CLI. Means we have to run the command to configure anything on this machine, on this switch. We will also discuss how we can run the command and which command we can run there. But before that, just try to create same thing on your machine. Means try to take the display of that. So you have to connect one PC more, and you have to connect this console cable with console port of your switch and RS232 port of your PC. Start to do everyone.